Cara Finstrom is live in front of a building vandalized by protesters. Cara?
Yeah, Sharon, this morning a number of business owners on this block are working to repair the damage that was done by some protesters overnight. We caught up with one of them.
I park in back, so that's why I didn't notice it.
Gary Herman Sr. had no idea his building was vandalized during last night's protests until we showed him.
Well, I'm disgusted that, people certainly have the right to peaceful protest, but it's very difficult to get out because it scars the building.
Protesters also smashed a window and spray painted other buildings and police cars. But the most serious crime happened right in back of LAPD headquarters. An investigator tells us an officer spotted this wall being spray painted, tried to stop it, and their investigation suggests a woman somehow got a hold of handcuffs and struck him in the head with it. They were both taken to the hospital and treated. She and another suspect have now been arrested and are facing charges of assault on an officer. The LAPD says there were a total of more than 200 arrests at two different areas downtown last night, with many of the protesters blocking streets. We spoke with one man who says he accidentally got caught up in it all.
I was coming from work, actually. I wasn't in the protest, but because I was in the middle of this, they arrested me.
Did you join in the protest?
In the last moment, a little bit, yes.
A sergeant tells us officers want to support peaceful protests against the outcome of the election, but adds a small number of demonstrators have crossed a line.
We are all for allowing them their First Amendment rights to speak and to protest in a proper and a manner that's lawful, but they did not, and so they will be arrested and they will be cited and released.
And Rick and Sharon, LA's Mayor Eric Garcetti spoke out yesterday too, saying the city supports expressing opinion but isn't going to condone any illegal activity.
All right, Cara, thank you for that.
Breaking news right now on KCAL 9 News. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Mitchell, and look at this. The scene in Boyle Heights right now where the 10 freeway has shut down, and it's because of these protesters. And it looks like, Stu Mundell, we've got a pretty good crowd out there.
This is all just part of the crowd that we're seeing out here this afternoon. This is going to be westbound 10 freeway completely shut down right here at Eastern. Large group came out of the California. They came out of the school out of here, out of the East LA area, the SoCal school. You can see the college right there, some of them in the shot. You have the protesters up on the freeway, stopping the 10 freeway. Of course, LAPD out here, they blocked some of the on-ramp, getting some of these protesters, or keeping them from getting onto the westbound 10 freeway this afternoon. These officers were actually asking for a lot of backup earlier on, but everybody's spread so thin because there are so many of these small protests this afternoon. Now, this protest maybe not that small. This group is probably closer to 200. You see many of them still up here on Ramona over the overpass, and you can see them looking down the right there. But the freeway still completely shut down. Now, this group that was on the freeway earlier on was a lot larger, and it seemed like they were not wanting to be there. They kind of seemed a little uneasy about being there. Right now, though, there's some officers, probably the California Highway Patrol, making their way over there, starting to talk to them. Then they are starting to work their way off the freeway. They're just being told, they're not being forced, and they actually are starting to make their way off the freeway. But it did stop another major freeway this afternoon. This is going to be the westbound 10. This is a big interstate out here. A lot of vehicles. This is a heavy traffic area. And you can see the number of vehicles that have stopped. Right now, though, California Highway Patrol helping out the LAPD, and they're getting the last of these protesters to get off the freeway right now.